Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live watch along of Manchester City women versus Chelsea women in the Women's Super League, and this is a big one because the winner of this game could look to be the winners of the Women's Super League this season. With only a couple of rounds to go, this is a big game between both sides. So thank you very much for joining us. The game will kick off in about 3 minutes time. Do get your thoughts in on this game. Let us know on the live chat page. Let us know who you think will win this game and tell us who you're supporting and where you're watching the game tonight. I'll read some of your messages in just a bit. Let me just sort out my camera for a moment because I'm still having problems with this camera for any of you regular watchers where sadly it just doesn't want to be in sync at all. So let me just switch camera. I may just have to go with that for now. That's better than the other one at the moment, so I may have to look into the other one in a bit. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. If you're wondering what the starting lineups are, the lineups are on the bottom of this page by looking at the scroll text below me. So do check it out if you're wondering who's playing. I will go through the lineup in just a moment. I'm having to do a million things at once. And if you haven't already, do subscribe to the channel. We do quite a bit of women's football on here as well as other football, especially in men's football. So both teams are coming out onto the pitch, starting off with Chelsea, and then following them onto the pitch is Manchester City. And of course, this is being played at the Academy Stadium, which is the home of Man City women. And literally, the Academy Stadium is about literally a 5-minute walk from the Etihad Stadium. So it's right next to the Etihad Stadium. You can see the Etihad Stadium when you are sitting in the Academy Stadium. I've been to the venue a few times before. Let's read some of your comments. Greg Livingstone. Hello, Greg. Hope you're well. He says, hi, I'm going for a 2-1 City win or a 2-2 draw. Well, you got to pick one, Greg. You can't have two. Got to pick one scoreline prediction. You can't have more than one. Matthias, hello, Matthias. Matthias says Chelsea will win. And then Greg Livingstone says, Jamie, you know I'm a City fan. I support the men and the women because I support Man City Football Club. So yes, do get in touch on the live chat page. We're just waiting for the teams to get ready. They've only just come out onto the pitch. And we'll quickly warm up before the kick-off. Let's get some crowd noise in the background, shall we? And Lee Blah Blah asking, who's that behind you? No idea. I sense this could be a joke. Let me just find the atmosphere. As in crowd noise. Let's get some crowd noise in. Want some kind of background going on. There we go. So let me go through the lineups. So here are the lineups. So you've got Roebuck in goal for Manchester City, their number one goalkeeper. In defence, they're playing 4 defenders. Lucy Bronze, one of the best players in the world in women's football. Dal Kemper in defence with Greenwood, an ex-Man United women's player. And Demi Stokes as the left-back. You've got 3 in midfield of Mures from America, Kira Walsh and Caroline Rear. And then up front, you've got Kelly, Ellen White and Hemp. So they're playing in a 4-3-3 formation. For Chelsea, they're playing in a 4-2-3-1 formation. You've got Berger in goal. And then in defence, you've got Anderson, Ingle, Bright and Carter. In front of them, it's G and Loopholes, and then there's 3 in midfield from left to right. It's Cuthbert, Harder, and Frank Kirby, and then up front on her own, who's been a pivotal player for Chelsea women this season, is the Australian Sam Kerr. So the game has got underway, and I believe it was Chelsea who kicked off. Doesn't really matter. The blah blah saying, good job with the live match. You are doing some good work. Thank you. Thank you very much, the blah blah. Which team are you supporting tonight? Man City attacking on the left wing. No good there. It's intercepted by Frank Kirby, which Frank Kirby's a great player. She's an absolute magician. She may be small, but the skill on her is fantastic. Sam Kerr now on the halfway line. Of course, whoever wins tonight, I'm no doubt going to be the favourites to win the Women's Super League. Man City are 2 points behind Chelsea, but after this fixture, there's only 2 rounds left, so this is a big game, and I think with how Chelsea have played this season, they've probably been the better team going up to ahead of this game, but it's all about momentum. And here come Man City. Already we have a first shot on target, but it's straight at the goalkeeper, and it was Kelly who got past her player, and then she tried to peek at goal from on the right hand side of the box, but I think it was always going to be tricky for her to get it on either side of the goalkeeper. It was straight at her in the middle. And wow, we've already got 4 subscribers. Thank you very much. As in 4 subscribers since we started the stream this evening. Thank you all very much. Really appreciate it. I do enjoy covering women's football on the channel, and I always think, you know, there's always, I think there should be more attention towards women's football, if you ask me. If you're wondering who I support, because I'm a Man United fan for the men's, I'm also a Man United women's fan as well, which we might do the game for that this weekend. But we're definitely going to be doing the Women's Champions League semi-finals this weekend. Of course, Chelsea are playing in that as well. So do join us for that. That game kicks off at 4 PM on Sunday. BK, hello BK, saying thanks for the channel. Need more of these for women's football. Let's go you Blues. Oh, thank you very much BK. Let me know where you're watching the game tonight. We always get viewers from around the world, so it's always interesting to hear where you're watching the game from and watching this stream. It's now with Sam Kerr. Couldn't get past Lucy Bronze, and Lucy Bronze very strong there. She does fall down, but she does win the free kick for Man City. And Lucy Bronze was the FIFA Women's Player of the Year recently, at the end of last year, I believe, from what I can remember, along with Lewandowski being the Men's Player of the Year from the FIFA Awards. It does kind of frustrate me that it's only been recently that they've started to give out Ballon d'Ors for women footballers. It's such a shame that hasn't been a thing for a while. But I guess it's better late than never, as they say. Ellen White gets the last touch off the attempted clearance from Berger, the Chelsea goalkeeper, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. It's taken short. It's now with Millie Bright. Millie Bright, one of the toughest centre-backs in the Women's Super League and for England. And BK says he is watching from Johannesburg in South Africa. Of course, Johannesburg, South Africa. That was the place to be during the 2010 World Cup in June and July. And here come Chelsea, and only to be intercepted in the midfield. It's now Mures, the American. Of course, Man City have a couple of Americans in their team. I'll just double check if their other American is on the bench tonight. Which, yep, Rose the Val's available. So actually, let's go through the substitutes. So you've got Alf Mannion, Laura Combs. This is the Man City team anyway. Georgia Stanway. Georgia Stanway, I think, has been fantastic player to watch. A very promising young player. Esme Morgan, Jessica Park, Rose Val, as I've just mentioned, the USA World Cup winner. Karima Benamur, Millie Davis, and that's your bench options for Man City tonight if they need it. For Chelsea, you've got Musovic, the other goalkeeper, Hannah Blundell, Bethany England, Gora Wrighton, Jessie Fleming, Niam Charles, Drew Spence, Carly Telford, and Georgia Fox. So those are your benches for tonight. And if you're wondering what the starting lineups are, they're in the scroll text below me on the screen. Chelsea have a free kick just inside their own half. It's with G. She couldn't keep the possession at all there. She's won a few awards as Player of the Year in England, especially in the PFA. And has been at Chelsea for at least 6 years. I was at the first ever Women's Cup final to be at Wembley. And G scored the only goal in that final, which was, I think if I can remember, it was against Notts County. Man City nearly got past the last defensive line there of Chelsea, but instead it's intercepted and it's straight back to Berger. Now Murray's, who's intercepted, plays it back to Lucy Bronze. Oh, and that's a nice flick header onto Kelly on the right-hand side. It's only her up front, but she might just go all the way. No, she's had to go back, take a step back and play the ball back towards Mures. Now with Greenwood, who I didn't realise she was a centre-back, unless that's just what the role is for her tonight, because Greenwood, I remember, would play on the wing. So the fact that you can have the options of Greenwood as a left back and Lucy Bronze as your right back is pretty crazy. It's good options to have for your defence in terms of attacking on the wings. Here comes Chelsea. It's 4 against 4 inside City's half. It's with Fran Kirby. Now with Cuthbert. She doesn't know what to do with it. She's going round in a circle on the same spot. And after all that, they've had to take the ball back towards the halfway line. Do get in touch on the live chat page. We've got a message from Willie Original asking where can I watch the game. Depends where you're from, Willie. Oh, hang on. Here come Man City and they might get the first goal. No, Millie Bright deals with the cross. And I think it's gone behind for a corner, which will be the first corner of the game. And the skipper didn't want to risk anything there. She made sure she made the clearance. It depends where you're from, really. I'm watching it on BT Sport. It's on BT Sport 1 in the UK. So here we go then. The first corner of the game, and it'll be Greenwood to take it on the near side. And it's a dangerous cross. Only Berger could punch the ball away. Man City will let it roll out for a throw-in on the other side. And we've reached 820 subscribers. Thank you very much for supporting the channel to those who clicked that subscribe button. And here comes Man City looking for that first goal. And Mures has headed it over the crossbar. She just couldn't get the balance right to get herself in the right position. Very dangerous cross. Millie Bright wasn't really in position to make the clearance. She was beaten, but luckily her opponent couldn't find the target. Millie Bright, the skipper, taking a short pass from her goalkeeper. And then the right back plays it down the line, and that's a foul. Chelsea will win a free kick with Sam Kerr getting fouled there. I think it was from Greenwood, or was it Demi Stokes? The referee's having a word with Greenwood. Greg Livingstone says, I think Greenwood can play at centre back, but can also play at left back. Oh, okay. I knew she could play left back. I just didn't know she was playing centre back. I wonder if it's only a on the side kind of position if needed. But I think with footballers, as long as they can adapt to different positions when the manager needs them to, then they're definitely the best players to have in my eyes. So what can Chelsea get from this free kick? It's brought in by Frank Kirby, and it doesn't find anyone, and it's gone for a goal kick for Manchester City. So yeah, if people are wondering what the game is being shown on in the UK, it is on BT Sport 1, so as Willie Original was asking before. It's a goal kick for Chelsea. It's short again. Every goal kick so far from Chelsea has been short passes from outside from the box to probably mainly one of their centre backs. It's a goal kick for Chelsea. Luke Tanner's got in touch. Hello, Luke, saying good evening, Jamie. Great stream so far. Thank you, buddy. If you enjoy your women's football, folks, this is the channel to be at. Click that subscribe button. Throw in for Chelsea in the meantime. We haven't seen much opportunities just yet. We're only into a game that's about to reach 13 minutes. And it's a short throw-in. Oh, it's gone out for a throw-in again for Chelsea in the same area. Greg Livingstone says, I have a soft spot for Union Berlin because they own Fan Build, their stadium, because the club was in financial crisis at the time and they had no money. So the fans decided to build the club stadium themselves. See, I love that. I didn't know that. And I guess that's why they are called Union Berlin. And there's a corner for Chelsea. It'll be their first corner of the game on the far side. This is... I would normally try and share a prediction for this game, but I honestly don't know who's going to win because Man City started this season off very slowly, and then in the last 2 to 3 months they've started to win games left, right and centre, and then they're back in the title race. But Chelsea have been great all season. But it's the fact that anyone can still win this title between the two sides. Goalkeeper couldn't pick it up. Sam Kerr with a backward header. Oh, cleared off the line by Greenwood. It wasn't a powerful header or anything like that. Sam Kerr simply just had her back towards goal and tried with a backward header with the goalkeeper off the line. She thought, why not? Let's give it a go. Big chance there, but Chelsea starting to get themselves a bit into the game now. Do get in touch on the live chat page, folks. As you can see it on my right here, you can get your messages seen and I'll read it out for you. I'm drinking cold tea because I forgot I actually had it on the side of my table. If you just tuned in, it's still goalless after a quarter of an hour. A draw would satisfy Chelsea, I think, because they're a point ahead. Sorry, no, they're 2 points ahead going into this game. And they're just showing the replay from the corner for Chelsea, where Roebuck was not in position. And then luckily her teammate Greenwood was there just to save it with her head. And Berger picks up the loose ball for Chelsea. Got a message here from Heidegger25 asking me, where do you see the match? Depends where you're from. If you're in the UK, the match is being shown live on BT Sport 1. That's what I'm watching it on anyway. Hope that helps. G. She hasn't had much involvement in this game so far. She's probably only had a couple of touches. Of course, if Chelsea can win this, then it's very much... Well, they'd go 5 points clear, wouldn't they, after tonight with 2 rounds to go. So they're pretty much 1 win away from the Women's Super League title. And they would certainly like that healthy spot going into the Women's Champions League on Sunday. We haven't... I can't remember the last time an English women's team had won the Champions League. Here's G. She'll go for goal. Oh, did that take a deflection? I think it did, because the City defenders are walking back into the box, so I haven't seen the referee signal, but it will be a corner. G completely surrounded by turquoise shirt. Corner kick here for Chelsea. Comes in. Goalkeeper wasn't there. Cuthbert fell down. It's back on the far side. And it's a throw-in for Man City. Frank Kirby. I remember when Frank Kirby had really short hair. She looks very different with long hair, but she's one of the best players for England. No doubt about that, for the Lionesses. And she's helped that Lionesses team get to the semi-finals of the last 2 Women's World Cups. Hopefully the next Women's World Cup in 2 years' time we will see the Lionesses get to the final. Which I'm sure would be for the first time ever. Heidegger says, thanks. You're welcome, Heidegger. Do subscribe, Heidegger. If you enjoy women's football, if you enjoy football in general, we do watch-alongs for football, golf, rugby, F1. We're also doing the UFC this Saturday night for the first time on the channel, so do join us for that. Greg Livingstone saying, funny, I went to the Union Berlin game against Hertha Berlin, which is known as the Derby. Unbelievable atmosphere. Highly recommend it, going to the Derby game or just any game, and fans were singing all the time, even when the team was losing. Unbelievable love from the fans like that. I have been to Hertha Berlin. I had to go the other the team that you mentioned. I didn't go to Union Berlin because on the weekend I went to Germany, they were away from home. City with the cross, no good there with that header because it's gone behind for a throw-in. And that'll be for Man City. Close game so far. Oh, Millie Bright had to clear it. It's gone out for a throw-in again for City, I think. Oh, actually, no. I think the last touch came off one of the City players. So as it stands, Chelsea 2 points clear on 51. Man City on 49. Arsenal are pretty much out of it because they're on 38 points, so they're miles behind. But Man United in 4th. So Man United and Arsenal are fighting for that third last spot for Europe. Everton 5th with 31 points. So this is a must-win for City. Same for Chelsea, but if Chelsea can get a draw, then they're still in control of this title race with 2 rounds to go. So City with the throw-in. It's with Rhea. It was quite a good interview about Caroline Rhea on the BBC Sport website that I watched earlier. It was basically a video interview. Hedegaard saying he's in Denmark. If you know where it is, but where you can see it in the EU. Oh yeah, Denmark. Of course I know where Denmark is. Next door to Sweden. Who do you support, Edgar? Is there a team that you support in Denmark? I actually have a colleague at work who comes from Copenhagen, so as you'd imagine, his team is FC Copenhagen. Oh, G's intercepted in the midfield and has put it through to Sam Kerr. This could be interesting. Kerr up against Greenwood. She might just go for a shot, but Greenwood with a very good tackle. Sliding challenge in the box. And I always think it's a risk if you do a sliding challenge in the box. And she did that perfectly. It'll be a throw for Chelsea. It started off with G intercepting it near the centre circle. And then pushed the ball forward towards Sam Kerr. And then Sam Kerr running into the box. Greenwood timing was perfect with that tackle. Throw-in taken and it's landed into the box. And then headed out for another throw-in for Chelsea. Next to the corner flag on the far side. Greenwood has been very busy so far in defence. But this is, as I said, this is probably the first time I've ever seen Greenwood as a centre-back. I'm used to seeing her at Man United playing as a left-back. And then she moved on. Oh, is that what he was asking? I thought Hedegaard was just on about Denmark in general. BK responding to him saying you can watch the game in Denmark on TV3 Sport. And we've got a corner for Chelsea. I think this is their second corner of the game. Now, was Sam Kerr offside? I don't think she was. I think she was just onside when picking up the long ball. Corner taken. Header there from Kerr, and Sam Kerr scores. And she scored with her head from the corner into the bottom right corner of the net. And Chelsea take the lead here at the Academy Stadium. And Sam Kerr, as I said before, she's having a great season for Chelsea, the Australian. And this is exactly what Chelsea had hoped for. I said they could just do with a draw today, but if they can get the win, they've pretty much got one hand on the Women's Super League title. And we've literally just reached 25 minutes. Corner came in for Sam Kerr. Fine header. No one had her marked at the end. No one tracked her. And because of that, the Australian puts Chelsea ahead. It's Manchester City women 0, Chelsea women 1. And BK has put in the live chat page, Kerr, in capital letters with a lot of exclamation points. BK looking very delighted with that. So Man City have to find an equaliser, and they'll have to do it the hard way to avoid Chelsea getting the win. But as I said, going into this game, Chelsea were probably the favourites to at least lift the title. But the Academy Stadium's not an easy place to go to. And they got to be careful here, because here come Chelsea again. It's Fran Kirby now into the box. Could she take a shot? Oh, she left it for a teammate of G. And she skies it over the crossbar. And she's a little frustrated with herself. But hey, if you could get that on target and then make it 2-0, you're making it an easier day at the office. Still early days, of course. Oh, and Chelsea have just had another effort, and it's Sam Kerr again. And she's got that grin on her face. She's up for this. Greg Livingstone asking me, Jamie, do you know where the Women's World Cup is at? Of course, the last one was in France. I'm not actually sure where the next one is. I know next year we've got the UEFA Women's Euros. Here come Man City. Can they find an equaliser? And the cross comes in. Oh, and it's in! And it's a tap-in, and I think it's Kelly who's got the goal for Man City. And that's the exact response they wanted. It only took them 3 minutes. And Man City have got an equaliser. That's exactly the equaliser they needed to get themselves back in it. And what a game we've got going on here, folks. Man City women 1, Chelsea women 1. Kelly with the equaliser there for Man City. So the cross came in, and Millie Bright, oh, it's lazy from Bright. It goes past her right shoulder, and then she just doesn't move. All she does is move her leg back behind her, just hoping that it somehow deflects the cross. And there you go. And it was a simple tap. And the moment it went past Millie Bright, that was it. So what a game we've got going on here. And because we've got such a good game, I'm forgetting to change the scoreboard. 1-1, if you just tuned in. Chelsea took the lead, and then 3 minutes later, Man City have found an equaliser at home. There are people asking me, how do you watch the match live? It's on BT Sport if you're in the UK, but there is a website I use to watch streams now and again. I'm using my subscription, well, the app for BT, hence why I'm watching it. But let me just try and find a link for you, and I'll put it in the live chat page. Do subscribe to the channel, folks, if you're enjoying this watch along and you enjoy women's football or football in general. We do quite a lot of football watch alongs on this channel on Let's Talk Sports, so do subscribe. We'd really appreciate your support. And thanks to those that have subscribed so far. Here's Ellen White now. She's had a quiet game. And now Kelly, the goal scorer, who's playing as a right winger tonight with Lucy Bronze. Lucy Bronze now on to Kelly. Cross comes in, and nobody there. Fran Kirby should intercept it, and she does so. Oh, actually, Man City have won it back, and this is a big chance here. Imagine if they could turn it round so quickly. It's exactly what the manager of City would want, and the fans. Let's not forget, Man City, the men's team, they play tonight against Aston Villa straight after this at 8 o'clock. They're visiting Villa Park. So they won't be playing down the road where this match is being played. Oh, couldn't get the ball through to Sam Kerr there. Sam Kerr's so dangerous on her own. Chantal Baxter asking for the link. I'm just trying to find it. Just keeping an eye on the game as well. Millie Bright does well there to block the ball from Ellen White. Right, where's this link? Can't seem to find it. There is a chant. Hang on, here we go. I will say this now, when you get the link, you will have some pop-ups. Here's Sam Kerr. Oh, she's gone down. That's got to be a penalty. It is. And the goalkeeper says she got the ball, but I think it's a penalty. Either way, the referee has pointed to the spot, and I might be wrong, but I don't think there's VAR in this. So if that's her decision, she's going to stick by it, I'm sure. So Roebuck, the Man City goalkeeper, it was down to her to stop the ball. I'm watching the replay back. She didn't get the ball. Not from what I'm seeing, not from the angles I'm watching. And I think the referee has got that spot on. So we've got a penalty here. So Chelsea, they were 1-0 up. Then they conceded an equaliser just 4 minutes ago. Can Harder make it 2-0, 2-1? She does. And Harder scores. And Chelsea, well, it didn't take them long to regain the lead, did it? 2-1 after 33 minutes. Of course, there's no VAR in Women's Super League. I wasn't sure if there was, but now we know. Right, I'll get that link. Hopefully it works for you. And that's the link to the BT Sport 1 stream. Again, the website does have its pop-ups, but I have used it. It is... I'd like to say it is safe. Chantal Baxter says, what goal? 2-1. Let's read some more of your messages. Greg Livingstone shouting Kelly in capital letters. Good time, Can, saying well done Chelsea women, keep moving. Mary says, bring on Bayern, we ready to lift the Women's Champions League. That's this Sunday in the semi-final. Anne-Marie shouts Kelly in capital letters as well, as Greg did before. After Seed saying, come on, Chelsea. And I think the Man City goalkeeper's just about to kick it out of her feet. She does so. And on to Greenwood. And we've got a lot of Chelsea and City fans getting in touch on the live chat page. If you haven't already, folks, do click that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. It's free as well. You don't have to pay when you click that subscribe button. It is free to follow the channel. So we've had quite a game here, haven't we? Just over 10 minutes to go until half-time. We've had 3 goals already. Melik asking who scored the second goal. It was Harder from the penalty spot. So throwing for Man City, just was updating all the details of what the score was, folks. And it's another throw for City. This time it's in the Chelsea half. Emma Hayes standing near Lucy Bronze. Chantal Baxter asking who you wanting to win. To be honest, I don't support either team. I just think whoever wins this may deserve to win the title. Just as long as they win the next 2 games, which will be the final fixtures of the Women's Super League season, and that for me would say they deserve to win it. I'm a Man United fan, so this is neutral for me, but it'd be interesting to see who does win this, because it's great to see the top flight in women's football in England being very tight at the top. And too hard to decide. I mean, I think I said before this game kicked off that I think Chelsea would take a draw, but they're clearly going for it. 2-1 ahead here. Because the Academy Stadium is not an easy place to go and win at when it comes to the City women team. But if you've just joined us, we've got a free kick coming here for Man City. It's on the right-hand side. And I think Rhea is going to take the free kick with her left foot. It comes in. Berger off her line. And now Bronze. Oh, nice volleyed effort. And Berger had to tip the ball over the bar. But Lucy Bronze, as she always does, she always has a trick or two up her sleeve. And yeah, so it was a half volleyed effort. And she just thought she'd go for it. She had her back towards goal as well, so she had to do a 90-degree kind of kick there. Would have been some goal, but Berger was in the right place at the right time. Greenwood with the corner now for City, and that's gone straight to the hands of the Chelsea goalkeeper. So to answer your question, Chantal, I don't mind who wins. Who are you supporting tonight, Chantal? Who's your team? Who do you want to win? And Berger just made a big kick out of her hands to try and find Fran Kirby on a counter-attack. And she did well, Fran Kirby. She kept it in play, but then it was quite a comfortable ball for Demi Stokes to intercept and go out for a throw. But after all that, Chelsea have gone back to their goalkeeper. I don't know if they had to retake it, but... Oh, what's that? Tigger D, Mr. Romantic says, Chelsea, come on. We've got a lot of Chelsea supporters for this watch-along. About 5 minutes to go till half time. At the moment, Chelsea would go 5 points clear at the top of the table. Hedegaard asking, is Harder on the pitch? She is. She scored the second goal to make it 2-1 from the penalty spot after Sam Kerr was fouled by the goalkeeper. And Lucy Bronze looks a bit winded, but I'm sure she'll be fine as she gets up. And I'm not sure if it's a throw-in for City or a free kick. Yeah, it will be a free kick. One of the Chelsea players went straight across her and tripped her up. Lucy Bronze with the free kick. It was a poor ball because it's gone straight to Fran Kirby. They didn't even try and think about putting the ball into the... Oh, Billy Bright! Oh, Millie Bright nearly put Berger in danger there. Well, she pretty much did. She tried to play the ball back to the keeper. The pass was too short. And then Ellen White nearly stole the ball from her. And Berger, luckily for her, she was able to stretch her legs out and stop Ellen White from getting past her. Now G has a shot. Nope, no deflection there, I don't think. It's gone wide, so it'll be a goal kick for City. Millie Bright's just apologised, I think, to Berger after that. That's what happens when you play from the back and you pass it backwards. It's too risky. I'd rather just boot the ball out of my own half. I think G's just been fouled there and she's won a free kick. I've noticed some of you asking for a live stream link. I do have a link here. I should probably put it in the description. Maybe I could do that at half time. But I've put it in the live chat page just now, which is the freestreams-live1.com. Be sure to subscribe, folks. Lucy Bronze with the throw-in. Oh, no. Kelly tried to get across him, but I think Ingle she did well there to stop that. She had to concede a corner, but it could have been much worse if she hadn't dealt with it. And we're at 824 subscribers. Thank you for following the channel. Do help us get to 830. That's our aim for tonight's watch along. Here comes the corner for City, and it's gone for a goal kick. No one could get to the end of that delivery. It's always frustrating when the corner delivery is good enough, but you still don't see any of the players complete the header. Now Steph Houghton's not available tonight, I don't think. No, she isn't. She's sitting in the stands watching. So I'm sure Man City are missing her in defence. Just over a minute to go till half time. And it's been a good game so far, as we hoped for, in this title race between Man City and Chelsea. Thanks to Freya Jones, BK, Rotty Liar so far for subscribing to the channel. The annoying thing is with YouTube, it doesn't tell me every single person that has subscribed. So I apologise if I've missed anyone, but do feel free to mention it in the live chat page. And we're now at 825, just 5 subscribers away from that 830 mark. Be sure to click it. Now Kelly with the cross. Millie Bright does well again, heads it out the box, and then Sam Kerr just boots it out just to be sure, and it's on the halfway line. It's been all Man City in the last few minutes, pretty much since Chelsea retook the lead. Moyes. Greenwood. Henry Clinton saying this link doesn't work. Sorry about that, Henry. I'm not sure. It's worked. It's working for me. Are you based in the UK, Henry? Sorry for anyone that says the link doesn't work, but that's the only link I've got, I'm afraid. I'm watching on my BT Sport app today. Kelly to take the corner on the near side. Last chance, I'd say, before half time, because there's 1 minute of added time. 30 seconds into the first minute of added time. Ball comes in from Rhea, and Berger picks up her delivery. And I'd say that's probably City's last chance before the interval. And it is half time. Referee won't let Berger make the kick. So it's going to plan so far for Chelsea if they want to at least get one hand on the Women's Super League title, because at half time they are leading by 2-1 thanks to Sam Kerr and Harder for the goals so far. So Manchester City women 1, Chelsea women 2. Man City did get a goal in the first half as well when they equalised, but it's not enough so far, because if Chelsea win today, they'll go 5 points clear with 2 games to go. And of course, if they win the next game after, if they win tonight, then they will simply go on to win the title. But for City, they need to win. I think they can't afford a draw or defeat tonight, because it would be out of their hands, which is never a good thing when it comes to either a title race or a relegation or promotional playoff battle. You just don't want that. So do get in touch, folks, on our live chat page, and I'll read out some messages at half time. What do you think of the game so far? Who do you think is going to win after watching that first half? Let's read a couple of your comments so far. After Seared saying we got Super Emma Hayes. She knows what we need. Kirby in attack. Millie at the back. Chelsea's going to win the Champions League. You know what? Even though I'm not a Chelsea fan, and I support Man United, which in a way are kind of rivals when it comes to football, especially back in the 2000s when we were both fighting for the Champions League and the Premier League titles, I would love to see an English team like Chelsea win the Champions League. I don't know if an English team has ever won the Women's Champions League. Do let me know if they have, because it would be great for the Women's Super League. But I think it just shows how more competitive the Women's Super League has got in the last few years. Of course, let's not forget that the league wasn't started until 2011. So it was only a few weeks back that they celebrated the 10-year anniversary, and since then the standard has got better, the quality has got better, and I think it's really helped our women's England team, because in the last 2 Women's World Cups we've gone on to get to the semi-finals. So, and let's not forget in 2015 when it was in Canada, we finished 3rd by beating Germany, which was a big achievement and our best ever World Cup for the women's team. So yeah, I would love to see it, because I think you get even more bigger players, more well-known players, more world-class players into the Women's Super League. Because I do think it helps getting an English team to win the Champions League, to just let people know that, this league's getting bigger and better. And it would be great to see. It'd be interesting to just see how people react to it. So good luck to Chelsea on Sunday. And if you do want to watch it with me, I'll be doing a watch-along for that this Sunday. That's Bayern Munich women versus Chelsea women, and that's on Sunday, kick-off at 4 o'clock on this YouTube channel. So do subscribe to Let's Talk Sport if you haven't already, and then you'll see the live event page turn up on the weekend for it, so you know where to watch it with me. We're currently at 827 subscribers, thanks to our 2 new subscribers. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're just 3 away from 830. That would be a great mark to be at when we finish the stream after the game. We got a couple more comments. Gabby, hello Gabby, says link does work. It's just slow. Thanks for it, though. I know it's not the best stream, but I've used it for F1, Sky Sports F1, and it's always actually been on time with the race. It's actually it seems to be live feed. I don't know if it's like that for football because I haven't really used it for football, but that's the best I can find in terms of a link that's free and at short notice. So I hope it works. Of course, there's a couple of you saying that it doesn't work, but I'm afraid I don't have any other alternative. If you live in the UK, it's being shown on BT Sport 1. BK says, tight game so far, massive second half coming up. Next, come on Chelsea. Or up the Chelsea, as he's saying. Yes, it is a tight game so far. Very tight. I wouldn't be surprised if it finishes as a draw, because Man City are very good at home. Very, very good at home. Let me see if I can find any stats for this game. So, at the moment, the stats from that first half, in terms of shots, it's Man City 5. Chelsea have 9 shots, but the shots on target will tell you that Chelsea, of course, have been more clinical, because Chelsea have only had 2 shots on target, and they are winning 2-1. Shots on target for Man City has been 3. As expected, there's been more possession for the Blues in terms of City, because they're on 59% to Chelsea's 41%. Chelsea definitely playing from the back and trying to play on the counter when they can, while Man City, since they conceded that second goal, Man City have certainly have had more possession, but they haven't had much to do with it just yet. We did have that great save by Berger when Lucy Bronze had that half-volleyed effort. Passes 224 completed by City, and Chelsea have had 154. The pass accuracy for City is 83%. Meanwhile, for Chelsea, it's 79%. Both teams have got 4 fouls each, but we've had no yellow cards, no red cards so far in the game, which is good. Only 1 offside in the game so far coming for Chelsea. And there's been 3 corners for Chelsea and 4 for Manchester City. And we're now at 829 subscribers. We're just 1 away, folks, from our 830th subscriber. So do become our 830th subscriber. That would be great. We do have someone who's answered, and it's After Seared. Hello, After, again. Where are you watching the game tonight, After? Let us know. Like I say, with anyone who joins us on the live chat, we have people from around the world watching this stream, so it's always good to hear where people are watching it from. And they say that Arsenal has won the Women's Champions League. I wonder, when was that then? Let me find out. Let's Google Arsenal women, and let's go on their Wikipedia page. I'm sure there is one. Of course, Arsenal women and Man United women are fighting for that 3rd place because they're both on the same amount of points coming to the end of the season, which would be a massive shock if Arsenal don't get into the top 3 at least. Massive shock. Oh no, I'm on the Arsenal Women website. Actually, I want more of the here we go. Wikipedia page. Seth Irish. Hello, Seth. Hope you're well. Following the game from Basel in Switzerland. We actually do have one of our members on this channel who's from Switzerland as well, and they're not far from you. Probably about an hour's drive from Basel, I think. So good to see someone from Switzerland watching. Let's look at the honours for Arsenal women. So they won the Women's Champions League. They've only won it once, but it was in the 2006/07 season. And I might be wrong, but that's probably the only team that's ever won the Women's Champions League. So we definitely need another English team winning it soon, and hopefully it could be Chelsea at the end of this season. But they've got to get past Bayern Munich first, and if I'm correct, it's a two-legged semi-final. We've got some more comments coming in after I asked some of you where you're watching the game from tonight and the stream. Gabby Bryant actually says, yes, Sam, what a player. Yeah, Sam Kerr's great. Sam Kerr's great. When when you said Sam scored, I thought this was in the second half, and I thought I was miles behind on the app I'm watching the game on, so thank goodness. I had to double check the score on the internet then. Still 2-1. We haven't had the second half starting just yet, folks, in case you're wondering. Seth Irish. Oh, no, I've just read that one. After us watching from Birmingham. Oh, you're not far from me. I'm probably about a 2-hour drive away. I'm in northwest of England, so I'm in Cheshire. That's where I'm based. BK, yeah, telling me Arsenal won in 2007. Mariam is... Hello, Mariam, who is watching from Nigeria. And Melik Jallo is watching from Gambia, which is West Africa. You doing a good job. Oh, thank you, Melik. Really appreciate it. And we've got Alex Matthew, who's from India, who looks to be our 830th subscriber. So thank you very much, Alex. And we're now at 831 subscribers. So thank you all for the support. I know I keep saying it, but do subscribe if you're enjoying the stream. And we do plenty of sport watch-alongs as well as football. We do golf, tennis, rugby, F1. So do subscribe for all that. Almerida has got in touch. Hello, Almerida, saying put the Gambian flag in if you're from there. And Respect to Football Lives says hello from Nambia. Hello, hope you're well. A lot of you coming from the African area. And Moses Kayum is watching from the USA. And Clement is watching live from Ghana. Amarida is watching from Reading in the UK. Of course, Reading do have a women's team in the Women's Super League, which I should check. Gabby is watching from the northeast. You're not in Newcastle by any chance, Gabby? Who do you support, Gabby? Let us know, folks. Who do you support as well? Are you supporting one of these, or are you watching with interest as a neutral? Of course, Edgar's from Denmark. So yeah, keep on coming. Let us know where you're watching it from. It's always good to keep in touch with everyone on the live chat page. I absolutely love the interaction, so do stay in touch. And if you are wondering what our next women's game is, it is most likely going to be the Women's Champions League semi-final between Bayern Munich and Chelsea this Sunday at 4 p.m. So do join me for that. We've got Richard Nana saying Sketos from Ghana. And we've got a couple of them saying Chelsea as well. And we've got Fordson, who is a Chelsea fan from Zambia. So a lot of you coming from different countries. It's great to have us all talking together. Absolutely love it, because that is football. It's a community for everyone, which we saw yesterday, didn't we, folks? We saw last night that actually Chelsea, we saw lots of protests outside Stamford Bridge, which pretty much started the end of the European Super League. Well, at least for the England teams that were originally involved. And who'd have thought a project like that Who'd have thought a project like that would collapse within 48 hours of when it was officially announced? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I honestly thought the European Super League would be a real farce, as in it would go on for months and it'll just be taken to the courts and then it wouldn't happen. But that process, of course, takes so long and it just becomes a headache for anyone who's even just following it. Imagine the people who were involved in it. But wow, those protests outside Stamford Bridge, even Petr Cech got involved talking to the fans. But that was more to get the coach bus into the stadium because all the protests were blocking them from coming in. So it was a very interesting evening, and in this all in one night, Chelsea pull out, Spurs pull out, Man United pull out, Arsenal pull out, Man City pull out, and Liverpool pull out. So that's 6 teams that pull out, and then Atletico Madrid pulled out, then Juventus pulled out, and I think Inter Milan pulled out, and the only 2 teams left, I think, are who are they? Real Madrid, as you'd expect, since it's pretty much Perez who started it. And he seems to be holding on to the dream, which I think it's dead. If you ask me, Perez, I think your dream of a European Super League is very much dead and buried. So the players are out onto the pitch for the second half. We're about to get underway for the second half. Let's get the crowd noise on again. So the Chelsea team just in a quick huddle just before they start again. And it will be Chelsea that will start the second half. Can they hold on to win at the Academy Stadium? We'll find out in the next 45 minutes or so. So Chelsea attacking from left to right this time, and Man City attacking from right to left. So do get in touch, folks, on the live chat page throughout this game. I'll read your messages out. Let us know where you're watching it from. Let us know who you think's going to win. And let us know who you're supporting. Who's your favourite player as well, maybe? Here's Frank Kirby. And do subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't. And you're enjoying the stream, give us a like as well. We're currently at 834 subscribers. Let's try and get to 850 before the end of the game. So we just need 16 more of you to join the channel. It is free to join as well. We've got Ryan A saying Man City with a few exclamation points. Who's your favourite player, Ryan? Armarida says Chelsea will win. I have faith. Okina Martins says up Chelsea from Nigeria. Tigger D, Mr. Romantic, who's been in touch before, says I'm from South Sudan in South Africa. Sorry, in Africa. Kang Sealock saying Sealang. And Gabby says she's not from Newcastle, she's from Lincolnshire. Also Chelsea fan all the way. Clement saying go higher the Blues. And After says I support Chelsea. Actually, I've got a question for you, Gabby. What were your thoughts on the protest last night outside Stamford Bridge? Because in a way it was the Chelsea fans that started the end of the European Super League. I know it's because Chelsea played last night against Brighton, so that's why the fans turned up. But it's fantastic to see it just end and show that fans, that's all that matters, that you can't do football without the fans. It was fantastic to watch and see the news break out like that. So a win for all of us here, I think, all of us on the live chat page, all of you watching who are fans of football. It was a great night last night. Now Millie Bright's just had to clear it out for a throw-in. She really is the heart of that Chelsea defence. She's a fantastic player. Hard as nails. Frank Kirby's intercepted and then makes a short pass to G. G boots it forward just to get the ball away from their own box. Wolfpack Flyer says the men's match last night was quite possibly the worst match of the season, though. I didn't even watch it. I noticed it was a draw, though. Wasn't it goalless? Either way, I think it was the last thing anyone cared about during those protests. Oh, gee, she's trying to win the ball back. City, Caroline Rhea trying to find a way through into the box, but G does well there to intercept. Man City have the ball back in control, though. It's on the right wing, crossed in. Ingle. Oh, and a shot. Ah, it's gone over the bar. From Kelly. Kelly did score in the first half. Israel Edwards has got in touch. Hello, Israel. Israel from Reading supports Chelsea and love Our Ladies team. They're doing great this season, the Chelsea women's team. Emma Hayes, the camera's focused on her at the moment in the stand. She's going up and down the stairs a lot, talking to her fellow coaches. And you can just see the determination in her face to get this result for Chelsea ahead of a big semi-final game on Sunday. Which I'm sure it's the furthest she's ever got Chelsea in the Champions League, the semi-finals. Do let me know if I'm wrong, but I've never seen Chelsea get that far. Under Emma Hayes as the manager, at least. After Syed saying, "I'm proud of my fellow Chelsea fans. I'm proud for you." It was great to see what happened. Even though I'm a United fan, it was just good to see. So, corner here for Man City. This is their fourth corner of the game, I think. No, it's their fifth corner, while Chelsea have had 3 corners so far. Kem Chan, hello Kem Chan, says hi from Guyana. How are you, Kem Chan? Who are you supporting tonight? And this could be, it's through to Sam Kerr. She's up against 3 defenders. She'll need support. And she does play it backwards. And after all that, Man City have intercepted. That was a bit of a scary moment for the hosts. Yeah, after says they seemed tired yesterday, Chelsea and Brighton. Yeah, I'm not... it's getting to that point of the season, isn't it? And I think for Chelsea, this is the weird thing with Chelsea. Despite the fact that half the season didn't go so well under Frank Lampard, they could still win 2 trophies. You know, the FA Cup, they're in the final of that, so they've got a big chance. Of course, whenever it's a final, Chelsea have a big chance. But then they're also in the Champions League, so if they can beat Real Madrid, they're into another final there. So it feels like Thomas Tuchel's doing what Roberto Di Matteo did, which was come in with just a few months left of the season and somehow turn it around and then win the FA Cup and the Champions League. Di Matteo did it in 2012. Who knows? Here's Frank Kirby. Oh, she's doing a great run. Oh, she couldn't get it across, though. And Man City at the end, they did have her outnumbered, but Frank Kirby did well to get so deep into City's half. It's now with Lucy Bronze, who's now got it in Chelsea's half. She's going alone here. She gets it through to Ellen White, calls for offside. Play continues, and I think after all that, I'm not sure if that's a foul or if Ellen White was offside. Big chance there for City But yet again, Lucy Bronze always picking the team up when they need it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, folks. Click that subscribe button if you're enjoying the stream. Let's get to 850 subscribers. We're currently at 837. Sam Kerr is injured, so the game will be paused, and we're 8 minutes into the second half, so plenty of football left to be played. And just as we wait for Sam Kerr to get herself back on her feet, they're just showing the goals from the first half. Sam Kerr opening the scoring, then Kelly for Man City tapping in the equaliser, and then just minutes later, Sam Kerr getting taken down by the goalkeeper of Man City, and then it was Harder that scored from the penalty spot to put Chelsea into the lead again. And we're at 840 subscribers. Thank you very much to our 3 new subscribers. We're just 10 away, folks. 10 away from 850. So do click that subscribe button. We've got a goal kick here for Chelsea. Berger has taken it. Sam Kerr is on the sidelines at the moment, but it looks as though she'll come back on in just a moment. And Chelsea's defence should deal with that. But Man City, they're going to give it a good go, aren't they, in the second half? They're going to not give up without a fight. Sam Kerr's back on the pitch. It's G, who's taking the ball off N and White. Now Kelly. And she's ended up giving away a throw-in for Chelsea deep in their own half on the far side. There hasn't been any substitutes from half-time. But if you're wondering who are available on the bench, Man City have Mannion, who's the, if I'm correct, is the other goalkeeper. Laura Combs, Georgia Stanway, Janine Becky, Esme Morgan, Jessica Park, Rose Lavelle, Karama Benamio and Millie Davis. So Taylor's got a few options there if they need it, which he may do if it gets a bit late on into the game and they haven't at least got themselves back level. And then, of course, no Steph Houghton tonight available for Man City, so she must be injured because she hasn't been in the starting lineup tonight, and she's not on the bench either. With Chelsea, you've got Mozovic, the goalkeeper, Hannah Blundell, Beth England, Goa Wrighton, Jessie Fleming, Naima Charles, Drew Spence, Carly Telford, and Georgia Fox. So a few options there for both teams. Again, if they need it. We got a question here from Lossie Jones. Hello, Lossie. Where are you watching the game from tonight? She asks, when is Steph Houghton coming back? I actually don't know, but meanwhile, we've got a corner here for her team. I'll check in a minute. A quick Google should probably answer that. And City will have the corner on the far side. Ryan A says both stacked lineups. Yeah, absolutely. Greenwood. No, sorry, it was Kelly, I think, with the corner. Or was it Greenwood? No, I think it was Greenwood. Caroline Rea has picked it up now to Demi Stokes. They've instead gone halfway into Chelsea's half after that corner, so it's been no opportunity there. But they do get a throw-in after Ingle has headed it out. Oh, here come Man City into the box. G couldn't get there. It's now Ellen White. Shot blocked. And the deflection has gone all the way out for a throw on the halfway line. Caroline Veer again. She is a dangerous player. Her shot was straight at one of the Chelsea players at close range. Nearly an hour gone. No substitutions yet. Oh, Ellen White, poor touch, and she's lost the ball very cheaply there. Ellen White. Now Hemp. She still got it. Oh, she did well to keep it for so long, but she couldn't find any of her teammates available to pass in the box. Oh, well one back there by Wyatt. Or was that Ellen White? And Millie Bright stops the cross and then plays it to G. Now Sam Kerr on the halfway line. She hasn't had much to do yet in this second half. And Fran Kirby couldn't find her teammate in the box. And she pulls her hair afterwards. I think she's a bit frustrated with that, but I think sadly for her teammate she wasn't fast enough. City have cleared the ball and it'll be a throw-in for Chelsea. I think that's going to be around the halfway line. It looks as though Chelsea are going to make the first move from the bench. Emma Hayes instructing her what to do. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure which player that is, but either way it looks as though Chelsea will make the first sub of the game. If you're enjoying the watch along, folks, if you're enjoying the stream, or long range shot from Cuthbert, and it's a goal kick for Man City, but this will give them the chance, I think, for them to make that substitution on the hour mark. Nope. Instead, City have taken a quick goal kick, so they haven't been able to. Ryan A asking about Beth in England. They are both on the bench, actually, at the moment. So here we go then. Chelsea are going to make that substitution. And Harder, who scored from the penalty spot, is coming off for Charles. So there's your first substitution of the game. And it's come from Chelsea. Harder took a great penalty, just striking it in the centre of the net, making the goalkeeper of Robot go the other way. And we're now at 843, so we're just 7 subscribers away from reaching 850. So do click that subscribe button, folks, and help us get to 850 subscribers. Chelsea have got themselves a throw, and it's deep into City's half. And Chelsea have had a quiet second half so far. And BK has just put Harder off, Charles on, yep. And Carter will take the throw-in for Chelsea, the right back. She's going for a long one with a big run-up. It's entered the box for Sam Kerr. Couldn't control it, but luckily it's gone back to Carter. Cross comes in, and the goalkeeper picks it up on the near post. Who Roebuck will be gutted to have conceded a penalty to help Chelsea lead this game. But she is a good goalkeeper, Roebuck. She's very reliable, very solid, I'd say. Oh, thanks to Bon Hambley saying good commentary, mate. 82 watching, not bad. Oh, thank you very much. Where are you watching the game from, Bon? Who do you support? And thanks, Bon, who has subscribed. And it looks as though Rose the Val is going to come on for Man City. And Ellen White's gone off. Interesting move. Ellen White scores goals for fun. I know the Val does as well, but this is a big game, and I'll try and get as many attackers as you could. So Man City have done their first substitution in response to Chelsea. People are, if anyone is wondering where the game is being streamed on, I'm watching it on BT Sport 1, which is a English channel. I hope that helps. I don't know if you're abroad and you don't have BT Sport. I'm not sure what other channels are showing it. I'm sure there are other channels, but I'm not sure. I think Kelly had hoped she got herself a throw-in, but the referee says it wasn't, and it'll be for Chelsea instead. Greg Livingstone asking, are you doing any rugby league streams this week? I'm afraid, Greg, I don't plan to. Not this week anyway, but we hope to do some soon. Bon Hambley has responded and says he's based in Lincolnshire in the UK. Chelsea fan from way back in the day. And here come Chelsea now. Frank Kirby. Can they seal the deal? Sam Kerr. Oh, she's missed. Free shot on goal there. And I think she doesn't seem too bothered by the miss, but it felt like it was, when I saw the angle then, it looked as though top right corner of the net she was going for. Frank Kirby, yet again, great with her control with the ball. Plays it back. Oh, that must have been close. Just off the post, I think. And I think if that had found the net, I think this game would have been surely over. Here comes Rose the Val, who's just come on a fresh pair of legs with her American teammate Mures. Ball comes in, Hemp. Did it take a deflection as it's hit the side netting, and it's going to be a goal kick for Chelsea. This game could still go anywhere if you ask me. This has been a great game to watch. No goals since half-time, but this is a big, big game. A lot at stake. A Women's Super League title is waiting. Who's your favourite player, Bon? Ryan A saying, come on, Rose. Rose the Val, I think, has been great for Man City this season. It has been good to see some US players come over to play in the WSL, which just comes how far the WSL has come, in my eyes. You know, you've had down the road at Man United, Kristen Press and Tobin Heath joining, and they've made great first impressions for their team. And we had a bit of Alex Morgan at Tottenham, not for long, but she was there for at least half of this season, which was good to see. One of the biggest names in women's football right now. She won 2 World Cups. We're just 4 subscribers away, folks. We're at 846. So if you're enjoying this, do click that subscribe button at the bottom below and do subscribe. Let's get to 850 before full time. Demi Stokes, Rose the Val. Great to see so many of you watching this stream in support of women's football. Millie Bright, oh no, it was Ingle who's cleared the ball as they tried to get a ball into the box from Hemp. And it's going to be a throw-in for City. It's taken quickly now with Rose the Val. About 40 yards away from the Chelsea goal. La Yubar says Chelsea women all the way. If you haven't already, folks, do get in touch on the live chat page. I'll read out your messages. Let us know who you're supporting, where you're watching the game tonight. And feel free to let us know anything else. Who's your favourite player? Sorry, Harleen, I was meaning to respond to that. Harleen Afwal asking, who do you support? I'm a Man United fan for both the women and the men's team, so I'm a neutral watching this tonight. Joe Stanley asking me, whose player have I got on the back of this England shirt? It's actually blanks, Joe. I haven't got a number. I didn't want to be honest. Oh, Sam Kerr. Now G, they're just outside the City box, passing it around, looking for that third goal. There's just over 20 minutes to go. Man City need a goal. They need 2 goals. G couldn't get there. And they've got themselves a corner, so 21 minutes remaining. Yeah, I haven't got anyone on the back of this shirt, Joe, because I don't know, really. International shirts, especially with England, I was tempted to get Jack Grealish, but knowing me, I would end up getting Grealish on this shirt ahead of the Euros, and then he wouldn't make the team. Either that because Gareth didn't pick him, or it was because he was injured. Ryan A says City all day. Watching from Boston. Is that Boston in the States? Oh, and a header there goes over the bar. And it'll be a goal kick for City. They've got 20 minutes, City. Now Kelly on the run. She's done well. She's beaten her player. Now Rose Laval. Oh, I think she took too long in the box. She let the Chelsea players intercept and take the ball away from her. But it's now Lucy Bronze on the right wing. Oh, Berger had to punch it away. She's off her line. And I'm amazed, really. Demi Stokes didn't try and shoot as the goalkeeper was running back. Rose Laval. Man City will just make sure they've still got the possession for a moment. It's with Greenwood. Ball through to Hemp. Hemp against Carter. Carter slides in and wins a throw-in. I know it's a throw-in for City. Hemp didn't make the last touch. Carter looks to be injured here. So that'll take a moment or two, I think, for her to be checked out before the game continues again. But they're just showing the replay here from Kelly, who did a great run into the box from the right-hand side and then passed it to Rose Laval, who, sadly for Rose Laval, she just took too long, I think, in the box. But then loads of Chelsea players surrounded her just to make sure she didn't have a chance at goal. Oh, Mures tried to play it onto Hemp and it's instead rolled behind her for a Chelsea throw-in. And we've reached 850 subscribers. Thank you, folks. Thank you all. Really appreciate it. Well done. Thank you. We've reached 850 subscribers. But if you haven't subscribed yet, do subscribe, folks. Really appreciate your support during this watch along. We're planning to do more women's matches. Our next women's game will be on the weekend. Especially the Bayern Munich women versus Chelsea women's game in the Champions League semi-finals. That's on Sunday at 4 o'clock, so do join me for that. Here's Rose the Val now on the left-hand side. I'll read some of your messages in just a moment. But there's 17 minutes to go. The time is ticking on the hosts here. They need to find an equaliser. And here's Lucy Bronze. Takes a deflection, but Fran Kirby picks it up again. Man City just don't look dangerous anymore. Oh, just as I say that, they've given the ball away here. It's Kelly. Oh, big mistake by Bright, and she scored. Millie Bright with a terrible mistake, and Hemp has scored, and it's 2-2. What was I saying? Shut up, Jamie. I said City didn't look dangerous, and they've gone and scored a very important equaliser. And it's because of Fran Kirby, that mistake. And Fran Kirby will be gutted with that. And wow, we're going to have quite a conclusion of this game. We could find a winner yet, folks. And City with that momentum, who knows? Who knows? It was first Millie Bright. The ball came to her. It was a simple cross to boot it out, as she has done all game. But she completely miskicked it. And then Fran Kirby... Oh dear, but well done to Kelly for keeping the attack going after the ball was passed back to her. So, Manchester City 2, Chelsea 2, and we have quarter of an hour left here, folks. You don't want to be going anywhere yet. Who do you think's going to win this game, folks? Let us know in the comments. 2-2, 15 minutes to go, everything to play for. And now here's Rose the Val. Oh, she got beaten by Berger there. She tried to go in behind the defence. And I've just noticed that Georgia Stanway has come on. I didn't see that. She must have come on when they scored. So Georgia Stanway has come on for Mures, the American midfielder. Not a bad substitution to bring on when you need it. Georgia Stanway's had a great season for Man City. So, at this moment, what can City do? Fran Kirby, she got pulled back there by Greenwood. And it'll be a free kick for Chelsea, but it's inside their own half. And G's come off for Wrighton. Fran Kirby, it's in the box. Takes a deflection off Stanway and it's straight to the goalkeeper's hands of Roebuck. And Bon Hambley says, mistake, taking harder off. Gabby Bryant says, no, why? Oh my God, we were winning. Kemchan Prasad reckons it'll be a draw. Bond says, don't think I can call this game. It'll go down to the wire. Gabby says, Emma needs to bring Beth England on if she isn't on already. Chisham Joe asking, how do I watch this game? Let me just try and send this link that I had before, folks. I can't promise that it'll work. Meanwhile, here's City. Lucy Bronze wins a corner. And as I said, since they scored that second goal, City, the momentum's on their side at the moment. And Emma Hayes looks a little nervous now, because if City win this game, they will go top of the league by a point with 2 games to go. This is how big this game is. 2-2 with 12 minutes to go. You feel like there's a lot still to come yet. Greenwood with the corner. Headed in. Oh, and it's saved by Berger, and it hit the crossbar and it stays out. That was a big save by Berger. I'm not sure who headed that for City, but that had to be dealt with. What a moment that was. It's gone out for a throw-in. I need to see who took the header there, but Berger's just made a massive save. Greenwood with the corner. And I think it's Hemp who scored the second goal. Nearly put them ahead. Oh, Berger, what a save. Oh, she punches it, and luckily the ball takes a different direction. It would have gone in if she hadn't made that save. And then the crossbar helped her out. What a moment. What a save. If Chelsea don't lose this game because of that save, then what a moment for Chelsea. As I said, Chelsea are 2 points ahead of of Man City. So Man City need to win this game, and Chelsea, as I said in the first half, early on in this game, Chelsea will take a draw away from home. Gabby saying, Jamie, do not scare me like that. Jesus. Sorry, Gabby. I've actually, since that chance happened, I'm finding it hard to actually get the game on. The game has just literally paused on me, so let me just try and get the stream to work again. That's annoying. Now I've got the game on. I've got it on my other stream. So, 10 minutes to go. This is becoming a very interesting game, and I do apologise if I'm not reading all your comments, but I'll definitely be reading them at full time. If you haven't yet, folks, do subscribe to the channel, especially if you enjoy your women's football. There was a big chance. I'd say a big chance. A moment there for Frank Kirby. And my stream keeps pausing, so I'm having to switch servers. Not servers, switch different streams. Ah, come on, it keeps freezing on me. Don't do this now, not when the game's so exciting. Here's Hemp. Now to Rose the Val. We've reached 82 minutes. Plenty of time for there to be another goal in this game. Chelsea, I think, will be defending as much as they can in this next 8 minutes. Throw-in taken on the far side. Stanway now to Rose the Val. The quality's there for City. Millie Bright does well. She'll make the clearance. Finds Sam Kerr. They wouldn't say no to another goal from Sam Kerr now if the chances are there. It's now Sam Kerr. Oh, she's done well to get away from both of her opponents. Now ball through to Fran Kirby. She's on her own up front at the moment. There's 3 City defenders going for her. Her shot is blocked in the box. She's still got it. She's got a couple of her teammates in support, but instead she'll play it back to G. Fran Kirby. Seven minutes remaining. Chelsea's back line nearly giving the ball away there. Oh. Poor Ryan. Ryan saying, I'm pretty sure I'm the only City fan in this stream. If so, Ryan, you're doing a good job sticking your neck out there. Brave supporter. I presume you'll be watching the men's team play after this game, which they, of course, are away to Aston Villa in the Premier League tonight. Cross comes in. Hemp couldn't get the header she wanted. Chelsea will clear it. Six minutes now. Matthew Soldano asking, anyone know where I can stream? It's on BT Sport 1 in the UK. That's all I know. And Chelsea have a free kick just as we reach 85 minutes. And there was another save by Berger, which I must have missed because they've just shown a replay. But she'll be... Of course, let's not forget, if this stays as a draw, nothing really changes in the table. It'd still be a 2-point gap with Chelsea at the top with 2 games to go. As I said, Chelsea will take a draw. But if Man City can win, then they will have control in the league with the last 2 rounds. Well, there you go, Ryan A. Lozzie Jones is also a City fan. He's just put that, nope, you're not. I am a Manchester City women's fan. Throw in. It's for Chelsea, but Hemp's giving the ball to Fran Kirby. Oh no, it's a free kick, sorry. Hemp, I think, is pretty much telling Fran Kirby to hurry up with it. And actually, no, it's Cuthbert, sorry. Cuthbert and Fran Kirby look alike because they've got the same kind of hairstyle and they're very short. I can't say anything. I'm a midget. I'm 5'6". Ball comes in. Sam Kerr couldn't get there. It was a bit too long for her. And that's a throw-in for Man City instead of a goal kick, as it hit the corner flag and went out for a throw-in for them instead of a goal kick. So they have to defend here, City, and get the ball out if they can. What an exciting climax we've got here. Will we find a winner, or will it stay at 2 apiece? Here's Hemp for City, who scored the second goal. Brings the cross in and Berger gets there. I think she took a bit of a kick or contact there from her opponent on her knee, it seems. But she'll take one for the team. Thanks to Zen Labs, who says, much respect for covering the women's game as well. So much quality on the pitch right now. Absolutely. The quality, as I said, in the Women's Super League is getting better and better. So Berger's just being checked out from him. She's taken both her gloves off. She could be faking it maybe to kill time. I'm not sure. Because there's only 2.5 minutes to go here. But they're showing the replay again of a tipped save that helped the ball hit the crossbar, not strike the roof of the net. Right now, that is proven to be the biggest moment of the game and in the title race. I think Hemp is coming off, is she? No, she's just grabbing a water bottle. Looked as though, I thought for a moment she was running off to be substituted. Let's read some of your comments while we wait for the match to resume, as we're on 88 minutes. Ayubami saying, come on, let's do this. Chelsea is winning. Announced Sancho says, seems like an interesting game. It certainly is. Nana Kram saying, a draw is also okay. Chodak Lars says, I want to win this game, Man City. Pedro asking, who is closer to scoring the third goal? It really is neck and neck. Harleen saying, bro, I can't see this streaming on BBC One right now. It's on BT Sport 1, not BBC. BT Sport 1. Oh, sorry if that didn't come out clearly. And Dan Brooks says, come on, City. So we've got a few City supporters finally on the live chat page. Do subscribe to the channel, folks. We're now at 856. Let's get to 860. And Chelsea are going to make a substitution, which I'm sure by now, it's when it's at this time in the game, it's to just kill time. 30 seconds go, and Frank Kirby's going off for England. And after all that from Chelsea, it'll be a goal kick for City. Now, we're about to reach the added time. How much will it be? Surely it's 5 minutes. It's exactly what you'd expect when it comes to a big game. Five minutes of added time, as you can see above me on the screen. That's how much time they've got, City, and they've got a throw in here in line with the 18-yard box. Dan Brooks says this has got late drama written all over it. You feel like there's one more goal in this game, but I'm not going to say who. I have no idea. City have the ball in possession at the moment. And it's come through down the line. And they've won themselves a corner on the near side. Gabby asking, wait, Beth, England is finally coming on. Yep, she is on the pitch now. She came on to replace Frank Kirby, which could be seen as quite a late move. Well, it is a late move. There's no doubt about that. Greenwood to take the corner. We've got 4 minutes left of the added time. 1 minute gone so far. Corner comes in. Header, and Berger has saved it. And she's gone down onto the ground with the ball, and she's already telling her players to go up. Go up. We don't want the ball in our half. We want to go back in their half with it. And Lauren Hemp has been given the player of the match, according to the BT Sport team. I think that's probably about right. I think Lauren Hemp in the second half has been their best player. She has been good. Liam Gaming says, hi, hello, Liam. Cecilia says, go Chelsea. Lossie Jones says, go City. 2 minutes gone now of the 5 minutes of added time, so just 3 remaining. City still need a goal, otherwise they will stay behind Chelsea by 2 points with 2 games to go. Do subscribe to the channel, folks, if you haven't already. We're at 858. Let's get to 860 before full time. We just need 2 more subscribers. Oh, It's gone out of play for Chelsea and it'll be a throw-in for City. I'd say they've still got a couple of chances here, City, to find that winning goal. And it's ball through. Carter should get there, and she does so. She does it so nice and calmly as well, giving her time to just boot that ball out of the danger zone. She does so, but Beth England couldn't keep the possession for Chelsea there. Lucy Bronze with the ball in. Headed away by Carter. Carter's putting in everything now for Chelsea. Now Greenwood with the ball in. Lucy Bronze! Oh, just past the post with a header. She came out of nowhere from the right-hand side. Made a big run into the box. Picking up from a fellow defender. And at the end, it hit the post. But that was one of the support posts behind the goal. So it was a bit wide at the end from Lucy Bronze. But at least she gave it a go, because that was not easy. So 93.5 minutes gone of the 5 minutes of added time. There's only a minute and a half to go. Man City now deep in their own half, having to play the ball back to Roebuck, the goalkeeper. City have got just over a minute to go to find the winning goals. Chelsea defending for their lives to have control still in this Women's Super League title race. Whatever happens in the next few seconds, it's been a fantastic game. Great to see both teams at it. Kelly on the right wing, who scored the first goal tonight for City. Now Lucy Bronze. 40 seconds remaining. And she couldn't get it to Kelly, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Could that have been City's last chance? 30 seconds to go. I don't even support either team and I'm nervous. Emma Hayes watching on with Taylor itching his face at the moment. Chewing his gum aggressively. I hope he doesn't get mouth ulcers after that. Header through. Could this be it? It's Sam Kerr. And she shoots and Roebuck saves it with her left arm. And if that had gone in, that would have been title done and dusted. But it doesn't matter. And even though they've drawn tonight, it's full time. And Emma Hayes celebrates on the sideline. She knows the draw was needed. A draw or win was needed. A win would have been a bonus away from home. But they've held on, Chelsea, to get themselves still 2 points clear with 2 games to go. I'll say this now. The title race, of course, isn't over. If Chelsea had won, it would have been definitely over in my eyes. But with 2 games to go, who knows? Who knows? But Chelsea will have it in their hands to get to the finish line at the end of the season. Can they hold on to it? We'll see in the next couple of rounds. But they've got the result they needed, which was to avoid defeat away from home tonight at the Academy Stadium. And Manchester City will have to just do their best in the next 2 rounds and hope Chelsea slip up. But to tell you the truth, the hero tonight for Chelsea is their goalkeeper, Berger. If you haven't seen it, do watch it later when the highlights come up online or on TV. But wow, it was a fantastic save. It was literally a header at her from Hemp, and Hemp looking for another goal of the game. And somehow Berger in that right place, right time, moved her hands, denied the ball, made the ball deflect and hit the crossbar. If she hadn't have made that save, it would have gone in, and I think City could have gone a point clear with 2 games to go. So we have had an absolute thrilling game, haven't we, folks? Manchester City women 2, Chelsea women 2, and I'll just confirm it on the score on the chat page. Let's read some of your comments. Ryan A., who is a City fan, says, "Good job, City. Hopefully Chelsea doesn't choke on their last 2 games with a wink face." Exactly, this is what I mean. It's for Emma Hayes tonight. She can celebrate the win. Sorry, it feels like a win for them, doesn't it? For Emma Hayes and her team and the Chelsea supporters. But there's still 2 games to go, and all it takes is one hiccup, and then it could change the other way round. Rosie Al looks as though he put in a Brazil emoji, I think. Pedro Ferris says, congrats for the live. Oh, thank you, Pedro. Do subscribe, Pedro, if you haven't already to the channel. So if you did enjoy the stream, folks, do subscribe. We're at 861, so thank you very much, folks, for getting behind the channel. We're hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers very soon, so we really appreciate you lot all today helping us reach it. Bon Hambley says, great commentary, great chat, well done all, well done Chelsea. Mo TV says, love your Blues from Tanzania. Bon Hambley as well also says, Chelsea 1-2-2, lol. It does. Ryan A says, thanks for the live. Thank you, Ryan. Really appreciate it. Do get in touch, folks. Let us know your thoughts on that game just then. And do you think Chelsea have now got their hands on the Women's Super League title? The pressure's on them. City, who knows? They could do it. I'll check the fixtures in just a moment, but let's read more of your messages. Montreal McCormack says, thank you, buddy. Thank you very much, Montreal. Really appreciate your support, folks. Do click on that subscribe button. Gabby Bryant says, what a game. Glad it was a draw. Come on, Chelsea. We'll be having a few beers after that, Gabby. Or have you got work tomorrow? Let's read more. And Gabby also says, yes, come on, Chelsea. So glad it was a draw. Lossie Jones says, you got a point. Justin Lulu says, Chelsea. Exeter Erasmus says, Chelsea for life. And After Siad says, yes, we did it. In a lot of ease in those words. Ayobami says, what's the final result? It has finished 2-2 between Man City and Chelsea. Mo TV has put Chelsea with clapping hands. Afti says, come on. Dinero says it's finished. And BK says, thanks for the stream. We'll be back for the Bayern game. Thanks, BK. Do join us for that. And for any of you other Chelsea fans or neutral fans or women's football fans, doesn't matter what you support. Do join us on Sunday at 4 p.m. for the Bayern Munich women's game versus Chelsea women's game. Gabby Bryant says, I can have a drink. Ah ha ha. It's good to speak to some of you women's football fans, because I don't know many. So it is great to actually have a lot of you joining me tonight on the live chat page and talking to me about it while we watch the game. So I really appreciate it, folks. I'm happy to stay on for a few more minutes if you've got any messages about the game, or if you want to talk football, and we can talk more of the game in just a moment. Let's actually find out the remaining fixtures of the Women's Super League then. Let me just get it up on Google. So, there's more games this weekend. There's also, I'll go through all the games that are happening this weekend. So, Aston Villa and Bristol City play this Saturday at 12:30. And then the Sunday games are Man United versus Spurs at 12:30. Followed by Arsenal versus Brighton and Hove Albion at 2 o'clock. Birmingham City versus Reading is also at 2 o'clock. And Everton travel to West Ham United on Sunday at 3 o'clock. Then next Wednesday on the 28th of April, Arsenal host West Ham. Of course, Arsenal and Man United both on the same points, trying to fight for that third place in the WSL table. So the next few games for them is very, very crucial. It'll be cup finals for them. And also Birmingham City will take on Aston Villa next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Let's go through the final rounds of City. So Man City's next game is a week on Sunday on May 2nd, as they will host Birmingham City. That'll be a big game. Birmingham City in the past have had some good teams which have been a feeder club for the likes of Chelsea and Man City, for them to build their own squads. Where's the Chelsea game? Who've Chelsea got next in the league? Chelsea travelled to Spurs on Sunday the 2nd of May, which you'd think Chelsea would win that, but hey, Spurs, North London derby, away from home, who knows? Tottenham may have that hunger to beat them and ruin the party for Emma Hayes and her players. And then the last round all take place on the same day at the same time, 2 o'clock UK time on 9th of May. Chelsea will host Reading at home as they hope to celebrate the title at home there. And then Man City travel away to West Ham United. So I think we may have to do a bit of a double watch along, I think, for that on finals day if the title can still hasn't been decided. So yeah, those are your upcoming final games for the WSL and especially for Man City and Chelsea. Bon Hambley saying Chelsea players are still celebrating on the pitch. I've just turned off my stream now for the game, so I haven't seen it. But yeah, it's weird how a draw you can just celebrate and with 2 games to go. But they knew if they lost that game today, Chelsea, it's nothing's worse than being out of control. But they could have won the game maybe, but Man City gave it their all in that second half. They just couldn't find a third goal. I think they gave themselves too much of a big task at the end because they were 1-0 down. They got an equaliser, and then they made themselves go 2-1 down, and then they got the equaliser, but it was probably just too little, too late, and too much work for them to do. Ryan A says, I'll be back on Sunday. Look forward to it, Ryan. After Sead says, what are your predictions for the top 4? Well, all right, I'll tell you what, I'll give you my predictions. I reckon Chelsea will win the WSL. Man City then, of course, will get second. But I just have this feeling that Man United might just get third and pip Arsenal to it and get that final European place. Of course, I am being a bit biased because I'm a Man United fan. So I hope they do, which would be great under Casey Stoney because she's done a great job since she got the job when the club had reformed and started in 2018 it was, wasn't it? 2018. So yeah, it's great to see. But Man United are known for making slip-ups, and last time I checked, Tobin Heath's still not available. And I think they've really missed Tobin Heath because let's not forget, at least at the midway point of this season, Man United were leading the table, but I do think the inexperience didn't help. They hadn't been top of the league before, and then they started to play the likes of City and Chelsea, and they just couldn't beat them. And when Tobin Heath went injured, I feel like they missed a big part in their team because for me, Tobin Heath felt like a leader, and even when the team was struggling against someone, she would somehow pick up the pieces and get the job done, or at least save themselves from defeat and get a vital point. So I think they've missed 1 or 2 players, United, and they are known for slipping up. So we'll see. And Bon Hambley's actually just said that the goal difference is against Man United. So yeah, it's not easy. Gabby's got in touch again and has asked who's playing on Sunday. So on Sunday, it's Bayern Munich versus Chelsea in the Women's Champions League. I'm surprised you don't know that, Gabby. I thought you were a Chelsea fan. Come on, you must know your fixtures. I'm only joking. So yeah, that's on Sunday at 4 p.m. So do join us for that. I'll be doing a watch along for that. And good luck to Chelsea in that Women's Champions League. And I've never actually watched Bayern Munich women play before, so it'd be interesting to watch. So yeah, I think, to be honest, folks, we're probably gonna end it there. So, actually, I didn't know this. Ryan A's just put in a message and said Tobin Heath is back in the USA. Don't think she'll be back this season. Oh well, yeah. If she's gone back there, then yeah, she's. I mean, it'd be interesting. I don't know how long her contract is at Man United. I hope she's going to do another season at least because, we'll miss her. She's a vital player. Her experience is just absolutely fantastic. And Kristen Press is great to watch as well. But Tobin Heath's been more of the impact in my eyes. 2 different players, one in midfield, one up front. Midfielders play a big part in football matches, especially when it comes to the spine of a team. Anyway, folks, I think we're going to wrap it up there. So thank you very much for joining us tonight for that live watch along. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that subscribe button if you enjoyed the watch along, and give us a like as well. We really appreciate your support. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're getting there very slowly. We're at 862 when I last checked. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for our future watch-alongs. We'll be doing a couple of more women's games this weekend. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. Stay safe, everyone. And of course, it is Chelsea who gets the last word in the final counter between the two teams. But can Chelsea hold on and win the Women's Super League in a couple of weeks' time? We'll find out very soon. Thank you for watching.